right, so let's call the meeting to order at 6:04, and we'll call roll.
Jennifer,
Here.
David,
Here.
John,
Here.
Don,
Here.
Marge,
Here.
We also have Maureen. Does anyone have comments on the minutes from the last meeting?
No. Here.
I do not.
Okay, motion to approve it as submitted?
So move.
I'll second.
roll call, Marge,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yes. Okay, and then the first applicant we have, or the only applicant today, is a sunroom. We can bring them up on the line.
No, I looked at the drawings online, but I don't have them in front of me. But I do have some questions on it.
Okay.
Robert, are you there? Not hearing anything from Robert.
Hopefully he doesn't have the same problem we had last week where he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Well, we can't see him either,
There
can
he
we?
is.
Pops up.
You may need to unmute your mic, Robert, if you're trying to talk. I think they're trying to get set up.
I don't know if they can hear someone. I don't know.
I think we can hear you now.
Oh, thank you. We're not accustomed to doing this. This is a first time shot for me, guys. So I apologize for not being able to do this that well. What we're doing for the folks out there is they have an existing deck that's 15 by 15. We're completely tearing it down, and we're replacing it with a room the exact same size as the existing deck. Their HOA allows us to build something out 20 feet. This is only going out 15. We're matching the shingles. We're matching the windows. We're matching the siding. And basically, they just want a little place to sit outside. They live behind a wooded area, and the deck is always in the shade in the summertime, and it's fairly useless. It's always damp and requires a lot of maintenance because of that. So it's an older customer, and she wants to be able to sit out there and use her backyard, and basically that's the reason why. And I think you guys probably have a picture that we drew of the drawing. The left elevation has 3 windows. The front elevation has 2 windows, and then the side elevation has a window, a door, and a window. Vinyl steps that go down to a 12 out to the side and 15 in projection, the same size as the addition. So she has a little area that she can walk down to and have a grill and so forth outside. And that's pretty much it, unless you folks have questions.
How much is the size of the cement patio off that?
It's the exact same size as the room, ma'am. It's 15 in projection and 12 out to the side.
Okay.
So it's just big enough so that she can put a grill far enough away from the room that if it gets hot, it won't melt the siding and so forth.
Okay.
And the roof is tying into the existing roof of the house?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's what we call it, our dormer gable, and it'll look like it was built when the house was built. It really is the nicest thing that we do.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I don't have any drawings in front of me, but I did look at them a while ago, and I had a couple of questions. Number one, the stairs going down from the to grade, we're starting right at the building, so there was no landing or anything to be on, and I think it really needs a landing.
If you guys would like us to add that, that's not a problem, but we were not aware that that was a code or it was necessary, because that varies
Well,
from
I
municipality to municipality.
I think it's a common sense kind of thing for me.
Well,
if somebody's going up the steps and they're carrying something, it's awkward to be standing on one or two steps below the door to that you're trying to open. Whereas if you had a landing there, it would make it very, very easy for anybody going up in and
That's
out
no
of
problem,
that
sir.
door.
We'd be happy to add that to the, you know, if you guys want to make a written notice of that you'd like a 4x4 landing, we can do that.
Well,
Absolutely.
I'm just one person.
No, I
No.
agree with Don.
It's not a problem. You know, the only thing that we don't know, like I said, this varies from municipality to municipality, and that's what the lady worded. So we can certainly tell her that that's what you guys would like us to do, and we'll be happy to comply.
Sure.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. It makes a lot of sense, because that's, right now I'm fighting that at my house because I had to tear my deck down.
Well, and she's an older customer, folks, so it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. She's over 70 years old, so I think it's probably a great idea that you did that.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. I agree with putting the landing at the top. I would consider also if the landing were to be the width of the slider doors versus just the 4 feet. Or you said
Well,
is it 4x4? If the sliding
Well,
door,
the opening for the sliding door, ma'am, is about 3 feet wide, and if we make it 4 foot wide, it's going to be a little bigger than that. But I mean,
right, and then the railing would be meeting the glass. So in that case, I would recommend making it the 5.5 or 6 feet wide.
well, it'd have to be 6 foot 4 inches or something like that, because the door's 6 foot, hun. So it'd have to be at least that wide. But you know, the only thing is that you're going to be looking out that door, that instead of just seeing rail on in the landing in the area of you're walking out, you're looking out and seeing railing on an area, and the deck's going to be too small to be usable there. But if that's what you guys want, that's what I'll do. That's up to you guys.
If there's only a handrail on one side,
We
Then
put it
that-
on both sides anyway.
Well,
So
we'd have to,
I got one of my installers here.
we'd be doing on both sides of the steps, because you don't want to have the steps there, so we'd have the set of steps there going up both sides, and there'd be a little bit of
Yeah, you're
rail where there wasn't step.
and that's a vinyl product that we're putting on, so it's maintenance free. And because of the amount of trees they have in her backyard, she didn't want to go with wood. So it's not a problem for me to do at all. It's just a matter of an expense for the customer. That's the only thing. That
okay.
railing isn't cheap. Neither is vinyl decking.
No,
What was the width of the
no.
stairs? Was it were the stairs
This-
4
We
foot
make
wide?
the stairs. What's the exact width of the stairs, Richie?
Usually about, the tread part's usually like 36 for a 6 foot door.
So, but we can make it whatever you guys wish. I mean, that's up to you guys, but that's standard.
And when we're going to vinyl, it's having risers and all that, so it's a box 10 step.
Okay, then I would, to keep the patio functional and just to get a landing on, I guess it's just a 3x3 landing then with the 4.
Well, the thing is, ma'am, if I make that too big, all that concrete I pour is going to be partly useless.
Right,
what I'm
and I
saying?
understand that. I was just worried about the railing meeting up at the glass. But if it's just 3x3 and then the steps down, it keeps a lot of space on the patio and it gives her a place to stand level with the door while she opens it.
It will, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay,
which
so
should be.
I'll make a motion to approve it with that note that there would be a 3x3 landing at the top. And then an option, should the customer choose to increase the size of the landing or the width of the steps, that is acceptable up to 6 feet.
That's fine.
So that way you can talk with her about it and figure out how she wants that to work.
That's not a problem at all.
Okay,
I have another question.
Sure.
okay.
On the drawings that I was looking at, the ridge, the top of the beams were held up by a steel beam. I thought that was kind of heavy for a.
That's LVL micro is what we use.
So
Yes,
what we do is we cap that with cedar. So it's more than it'll hold up a small tank.
Yeah, it's made out of wood. It's laminated wood. It's not steel. LVLs.
It's laminated wood.
Yeah,
In that
it's glued and laminated.
with an made to look like an I-beam.
Yes. When it's done, sir, we cap it with cedar. So when it's done, it looks very nice. And I could build any kind of product with that product, and it would hold up under any circumstances. And it's supported all the way down to the ground into a footer.
Okay.
Are you talking about, yeah, I guess in that section, is what he's talking about, the typical section.
It would be front elevation. If you look at the front elevation of the drawing, that beam goes all the way down through the deck and then down into the ground.
And how deep is that?
42 inches deep.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Are there gutters on?
Gutters,
both
the
sides?
gutters are, if you look, well, I know some of you guys may not have the drawings, but the gutters on both sides, we're tying the dormer into the house. So on the left elevation and the right elevation, the gutters go right back to the house, and that we're going to use their existing gutter system, and it's going to go down into their gutters and then into the pipes that go out to the street.
Okay.
So
Just a
there
note.
won't be any water. There won't be any water going out into their yard.
Just a note, as I fit into that older generation person, I don't think that 3 feet for an older person is enough of a landing. Carrying up stuff myself, I find that sometimes you teeter a little bit. I would like to see that landing built at 4 feet, not 3.
Any size
Or-
you guys
or
want, so
more.
acceptable.
Or more if the lady wishes, but at least 4 feet.
We're happy to do that, so it's not
Yeah,
a problem for us no matter what.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's another note.
Okay. And I'm comfortable with that. I actually, looking at it, I thought it would be the 6 foot wide by 3 to 4 foot deep, but I understand that does take up patio space.
Well, evidently they're going to use that 12-foot area to grill. So that was the issue with that being a vinyl product, having the grill far enough away from that product so we don't have an issue with it. It won't catch on fire, but it melt. So, and they have to have it back, and we're hoping to put a little bit of seating outside by the grill area too. So that is the other issue.
Okay, I think my motion can stand, recommend that the landing be increased to 4 feet or even the 6 foot width.
Excuse me.
Daughter agrees.
4 foot depth, maybe, and then what, 3 to 6 feet wide, right? either.
No, 4 feet wide.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
4 foot by 4 foot at a minimum,
A minimum.
and then extend it 6 feet across the full door opening is a
If-
recommendation, I guess.
That's just so that the railings don't meet into the glass and that they'll,
Right.
at the edge of the door. That's why
Well, they won't run into the glass anyways, because they're gonna be attached to the side of the deck, you guys.
well,
But
I
you're gonna
understand
be
it
able-
wouldn't hit the glass, but just looking out, you'd be seeing.
Yeah. That's what, I agree, I understand what
It
you're
just
saying.
doesn't look as nice, I think, as if it was the width of the door, if it was the 6 feet width.
No problem.
But either way is okay, because then going down that way, you can only reach one of the handrails if it's 6 feet wide.
Correct, it would be safer if it was 4 or 3, because you could grab the handrail on both sides, but that's totally up to you guys.
Or if it was, or you end up with a landing that's partially rail, but then you have rail in front of the window that way too.
Yes, you would.
So, I mean, I keep finding different ways to think of it. I guess whichever configuration she's comfortable with, as long as there's the landing
You
at the
guys
top.
want a landing no matter what, that's not a problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I think the motion can stand.
Yeah, she might even want it bigger. You never know. So walk her through it. But making it bigger sounds right to me.
I will second the motion.
Roll call. Jennifer,
Yes.
Marge,
Yes,
David,
Yes,
John,
Yes.
and Don.
Yes.
All right. All right, thank you, Robert. We'll get your project through the permitting process and give you a call when it's ready to go.
Thank you, and this was an interesting thing because we have never done this before, so thank you very much for letting us do this for us the first time.
you're welcome.
no problem.
Yeah, and being patient with us. Thank you again.
We've had some very interesting Zoom calls since we've started doing this. So. All right.
Okay, I did, I am on Zoom right now, I guess. I can see, I can see Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just hear you. Hey, Don, did you know Bob Dabrowski from your old neighborhood?
Yes, he passed away.
Yeah. I have to go there tonight. He's at Romito's Johnson's. He's my next door neighbor. I thought you knew him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's one from our church.
Yeah. He was a fireman, retired.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, he used to go to our church. He goes to Guadalupe now.
Yeah.
Or did.
Yeah, did. Yes.
And that's
Just
about
to
all.
know for next time, I'm hopeful maybe we can be in council chambers because there is a Sheetz is redoing their gas station completely. So it is a little bit bigger project, a lot more plans. So I think it would be easier to do that one in person if we can get back in council chambers. Just at least the ARB members in person for the next meeting, and
Okay.
Oh,
the attendees can always come in via Zoom.
Right.
I would be real happy to have a meeting in the house. I enjoyed the company that the environment, the company there, and but in any case, I think we can exchange ideas and talk better when we're face to face.
Yeah.
And so I would do
Yeah,
it
I'm
more
fine with
way,
that
I
too.
think.
Okay.
But I'm an old guy, and so I don't have much clout. So
You got
Okay.
more clout than you know.
Yeah. All right. I best get on my way, so I'll make a motion to leave if you guys want.
Well, are we done? Can we just close the meeting? Are we ready? Jennifer,
Yep.
you're muted.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll
No
make a
wonder nobody
motion.
responds when I say anything. No, thank you.
I just realized you were muted and you were trying to talk.
And her mouth is going. And
Yeah. She could have kept going. It sounded good. Yeah, I like hearing that. The babble.
Is she two or three now, Jen?
she's not even 1.5.
You're kidding.
Yeah, here.
She's adorable.
I thought she was, wow.
Aw.
Aw.
Oh. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
She brought me her doll.
Hey, guys.
So.
Oh.
Okay, I'll second Jen's motion.
Yep. Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Roll
Have
call,
a good
John,
night. What's your name,
Yes.
Jen?
Marge,
thank
Bye now.
Yes.
Don, David,
Yes.
and Jennifer.